Cupcakes! How's it going? So you may remember that back in September I attended Eurogamer Expo with Dr. Rolo cosplaying Lara Croft from the new Tomb Raider. And while we were there, one of the stands we went to visit was for Bandai Namco's new game Little Nightmares. Out of the whole event, it was probably one of my absolute favourite stands. It was really beautifully decorated, really eerie, and it gave a really good sense of what the game was going to be about. It was also actually one of my favourite demonstrations, and I had a really good time giving it a go, despite the fact that one of the guys had to come and help me quite a lot because I got really stuck. So after a long time of waiting, on the 28th of April, Little Nightmares was finally released, and because Dr. Rolo had pre-ordered it, we had it virtually straight away, and we basically just spent one weekend just having a really nice, easygoing, slow play through the game. Little Nightmares is an absolutely brilliant game. It was just so much fun, despite being absolutely terrifying. It is probably one of the most fun games I've played, and actually not too difficult in terms of sort of puzzles and things, and there are lots of secret things you can do and lots of little achievements you can get that are really quite cool. So it was actually a really nice, fun game for us both to play. And so you might have guessed, as usual, when I like a particular game or anime or film, I tend to decide to cosplay something from that game or anime or film. And in this case, of course, I have decided that I am going to be cosplaying the main character Six from the game Little Nightmares. I don't really know much about Six as a character. I haven't looked really into her backstory, but that's because for me, I don't want to have to add anything to the experience of the game I've already had. I loved the game as it was. I loved the little secrets that were kind of just oozing out of it in places, but I kind of just want to leave that mystery about it because I loved it so much. So I don't know much about Six. All I know is that I just really love her outfit, and I was just like, there is just no way I can have played this game and then not cosplay the character. And so with that in mind, for the last week or so I have been doing bits of cosplay shopping, and I'm really excited to say that pretty much all of it is done and I have everything here to show you guys. So the first thing as usual that I got to make my Six cosplay was a pattern for her little raincoat. There is going to be a lot of old string to this. It did take me a while to find a sort of like a coat pattern that I was pleased with, but basically in combination these, I think in fact just those two actually just make up what the coat needs to be. It's going to be that particular length, with that length of sleeves, with those pockets, and it's going to have a hood. The hood is probably going to be the trickiest part of this cosplay because if you've seen Little Nightmares, or I'll just put a picture up here, Six's hood is very unusual. It's quite triangular, so that's going to be an interesting challenge for me, as in the terms of sewing it's going to be really quite different, so we'll just see how that goes. Obviously one of the main things I had to buy was fabric, so yesterday I went to World of Fabrics in Cheltenham and I got this stuff. This is PVC. I literally had to dig all the way through to the back of the shop to find it. It's literally like the deepest, most big Aladdin cave of fabrics you could possibly imagine. If you've never visited, go, because it's absolutely amazing. World of Fabrics in Cheltenham. It's amazing. So yeah, basically I bought this having found it hidden away at the back of the shop, and it's really nice. It's actually really soft for PVC. I've never sewn with PVC before, so it's going to be really interesting to see what it's like. On the back it's like basically like that. It is reasonably soft, but because of the back I am going to have to line it, or I'm basically going to do an interlining rather than actual lining, just to make it a little bit softer and give this a bit more shape. This is the fabric I got to go on the inside. It's a little bit softer. I might wash it first just to try and make it even more soft, just so that it just feels a bit more comfortable. What I'm really excited about with this cosplay is actually, hopefully it should be really comfy, so if I give that a wash, hopefully that would be really nice and just go nicely on the inside. With the hood I am going to be doing a black lining. I did think maybe I should have done black throughout the whole coat, but if I open it up and people see the inside, it would be nice for it to be yellow. But for the hood I will be lining it in black because, again, I'll put a picture up here, underneath Six's hood you can barely see anything, and I will be wearing a black wig, so it will be good just to have that impression that there's like just that slight bit of face but you can't see anything else. So yeah, I will be lining the hood in black, but otherwise that is the fabric I will be using for the lining. I also made a trip to Hobbycraft and bought some buttons. These are the ones I've just dropped one. Oh no! These are the buttons I'm going to be using. Although they are actually yellow already, I am going to cover them because there are no obvious buttonholes in Six's raincoat, so I will be covering these up. But they're nice and big. I was just kind of annoyed that I had to buy a whole rather expensive pot of buttons just to do this one cosplay, but ooh, I keep dropping all the buttons everywhere, this is ridiculous. So yeah, those will be very useful, I think. Another thing I bought is some wire. This is a very unusual purchase for me when it comes to cosplay, but actually I need wire as this will be used to help with the hood shape. I don't know whether it will work or not. Perhaps boning might have been a better idea, I don't know. However, this is about, I think it's about, oh, I took the label off, but it's quite thick wire, so it should hopefully give the hood some nice shape without sort of bogging it down too much. Final thing I have actually received in the post so far is this little lighter. I literally just got this little lighter for a couple of quid on eBay, and obviously con-wise it's going to be quite interesting to see if they'll let me in while using it, but I think I'm just going to have to find a way of getting the lighter fluid out. And what I actually really want to do is put a little LED in there and some fake flames so that when I do open it, it actually looks like it's lit up. Six carries this around with her basically, so when you are in the dark you can see somewhat. It's a really clever way of doing it. I have no idea why she has a lighter. It's quite an unusual thing for her to have, but this will be nice just to slip into my pocket, and whenever, if I ever get asked for a picture, that's a bit presumptuous, if I ever get asked for a picture I can just take it out and do that with it. So yeah, that's that. The only other things I now need to get, one that I have purchased already is a wig. I ordered that on eBay for like just under like £3 or something ridiculous, because it really doesn't need to be that smart. It's literally just, I'll put a picture up here somewhere, but it's literally just a short wig just to go over my eyes, just to try and look as accurate to Six as possible. The other challenge I'm facing with this cosplay is that Six does walk around with bare feet. Obviously in a convention setting that is quite difficult, and I don't want to have to wear shoes and ruin the accuracy of the cosplay, so some people on the UK cosplay community page on Facebook very kindly pointed me in the direction of an invisible shoe tutorial, which is basically a case of getting an invisible or clear shoe insole, sticking it on your foot, putting some invisible bra straps over just to hold it in place, so I can basically walk around looking like I'm barefoot, which is really, really cool. So yes, that pretty much sums up everything I have now for my Six cosplay. I'm really excited to get started on this one. It's very different to a lot of other cosplays I've done. I mean, I have done gaming cosplays. I love doing game cosplays. They're probably among my favourites really to do. So I'm really excited, but it is quite different, and it will be a challenge because I haven't actually made a coat in a long time. The first coat I ever made was my Technicolor Dream coat for my GCSE textiles coursework, and that was a really simple design, so I'm quite excited to see how this goes. I have bought mock-up fabric to try out the hood, because I know that's going to be very challenging indeed, but I'm really excited for the challenges that I'm going to be facing with this cosplay, and I hope you will join me in my next video where I will be showing you the making progress. Aside from that, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully see you in my next one, and thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.